So this is the third session today. It's about to thunder and God knows what here any second. Oh God, it's so humid. So I thought, oh well, I haven't got anything better to do. So the learning curve continues. For me, is what I'm talking about. I just hate these. They do seem to come up more often. Alexa, stop. This is a reminder. Yeah, they seem to. Yeah, well, I don't know. They do come up in real play, but not very often. That makes me feel better, I must admit. Okay. Although that's rubbing salt in the wound now, isn't it? That's one too. Back to the minimum. Very important. It was a cheeky one. Pity it wasn't worth 10,000. Just got to be grateful though. 51. Repeat. Double for the push. I'd like to see that. Double for the loss. Cheeky again. +1. No, that wasn't. Oh, I did that wrong. No, that should have been a repeat. So sorry. Minimum. Another cheeky one I didn't get paid. Oh, breeze. Lovely. One, two. Three, four. This is getting a bit silly, really, isn't it? 7, 8. 15, 8. Drop 2, 3. Ouch. Okay. 15. That's 21, 8. That would be 24, 8. We'll be running away from here pretty soon, I think. That was really close. So 21, 8 is going to be 5, 2 in 500s. Uh-huh. Okay. So that's 4, 2 now in thousands. Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, that was a total rout. Okay, so 4, 2. So now we're on 10. I think I'm going to call it 10-6. Okay, so we've got 10-6 times 1,000. And then there's a marker on the dark side, and then there's plus 91,775 over here, which is minus 822.5. So we're on 10-6, and I'm going to run away. All right, so I guess I just pressed the wrong tip there, and it kind of, instead of pausing, or unpausing rather, it just shut me down. So that's all right. I can connect the two in the edit. But we're on 10-6, which means the drop has to be 2. And I'll just repeat the usual lecture, and that is that, now the bets are in 4 figures. Doesn't make any difference to anything. It's still a negative expectation. Every bet. The probabilities are the same. The possibilities are the same. The potential is the same. The danger is the same. Everything is the same. Except that my heart's beating a little bit faster, even though it's funny money. And there's probably a prod-nosed pit boss already hovering, thinking, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's up to something. Anyway, 10-6, drop 2. Okay, so now we're on 8-6. That's not good. So now we're on 14-12. 8-6. 14-12 is correct, yes. Damn it! That was unlucky. 14-12, it happens all the time. 14-12. 26-24. Which I will call 26-25 before I run away. Oh, God. All right, so 51-25, and we've got plus 59,000. Did I say 51-25? I think I did. Got 59,000 on the one side, which means we're at minus 41,000 over here. And then we've got the marker over there, so just let's hope there's... All right, so we're in a serious crap situation, 51-25, which makes the drop 10. Jesus Christ, 61-25. Sometimes you just can't catch a break. Look at this. Look at it. I'm 61-25. That's 81. 81 for the same. Okay, so 71-25 is the bet. Oh boy. $71.25, and we won 50. So now we're on 21.25 for the turnaround. That's a double. And there we are. Ridiculous profit, because I caught a shitty double down, but the banker got worse. And that's the game. You know, I mean, I'm saying this constantly. I drive myself nuts because I'm constantly sort of trying to respond to the Wallies out there who say things like, yeah, well, of course you knew what was coming. You were manipulating the... And anybody with any experience of this game knows that this kind of thing is absolutely typical. And what it illustrates is you must have a shitload of money behind you in order to be able to beat these games. And a shitload of money on its own does not guarantee a win. You know, I mean, Vegas Matt and Dana White are definitely my bête noirs, or is it bête blancs in the case of Mr. White? Anyway, all right, Mr. White. I listened to a thing from Breaking Bad all the times that Aaron Paul, I think that was his name, said Mr. White, Mr. White, Mr. White, Mr. White. And I just went on and on and on for like 5 minutes of Mr. White's. Anyway, there we are. We've got 180,000 here. And the win isn't that great, but it's great enough, thank you very much. So I'll do the sums and then come back to you. Okay, so all we made there was 30,775. But like I was saying, it just illustrates the fact that if you stick with the patterns, if you believe, if you know what you're doing, if you are stone cold sober, if you have money behind you, you can beat these games. The casinos know it perfectly well, which is why they have table limits. It's why they try to just, sort of force people into as tight a spot as possible. And it's why the states where they limit the largest bets are actually doing a huge favor to the casinos, because it means that people get boxed into a corner quicker. They can't get out. There's nowhere to go. So in these places where the minimum is 10 and the maximum is 300, that sounds like the state being tremendously responsible with their regulations and looking after the people of Minnesota or wherever it might be. And in fact, what they're doing is they're just putting money in the pockets of the casinos, because nobody can beat those games with that tight a spread. It just isn't possible. And if you can, I mean, I set these games at 25 to, obviously 100,000 is the top, but 25 is the lower limit, simply because that pretty much reflects what you get in Las Vegas, certainly on a weekend. And I'm still Nevada oriented because I lived there for so many years, So, I think in terms of Nevada, I'm not experienced in playing these games anywhere else. I've never played in a different state in the UK, in the USA, and I haven't, other than a bit of dabbling online, I haven't done any serious gambling in the UK since I got back in. My God, it's 11 years ago. I've just been spending my energy improving my game, and then reminding myself every so often that, boy, do I screw up sometimes. It is frightening. Anyway, that's the story with this particular one. It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, which means that, your bankroll must be one solid weapon. You can't sort of treat it in terms of like a bag of rocks where you take out one rock at a time and chuck it, and then sort of like put your arms around what's left when you're in trouble, and protect the rest of the bankroll. That doesn't work. The bankroll is your weapon. It is your big gun. And once in a while, you're going to have to get out that big gun and blast the bastards to shreds. And I very much think of the casinos as the enemy. Don't get me wrong about that. I've had great relationships with, not friendships, acquaintanceships, put it that way, relationships with dealers and pit bosses over many, 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 many years. But I never think of the house as my friend. And when they offer me freebies, when they offer me free meals, free whatever, sometimes I accept, mostly I don't. And of course, the funniest thing was the casino that had me on its VIP list, and it gave me everything. It gave me a gym pass, it gave me free meals, it gave me money back, it gave me tickets to every show that came in. I'd get 4 tickets automatically in will call, as they call it. I always knew that whatever I wanted to see that was on at Caesar's Tahoe, and it's not been Caesar's Tahoe for decades, but they not only said I couldn't play blackjack anymore, but they also took away my privileges, and I was really upset about that. And when my chin quivered with sadness and all the rest of it, the guy says, "We'll let you keep your gym pass because it looks like you need it." Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Slim Boy. But anyway, that's that. I'll see you next time.